Oh my goodness. Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined as always by my good and patient friends. Chris, playing the noir detective, human, inquisitive rogue Mannix.
I am good and patient.
Happy birthday to Heather, playing the wickedly silent but deadly half-drow assassin rogue Celeste.
Happy birthday!
I didn't know it was your birthday. We should have talked about that before.
Thank you.
Our technical difficulties assumed all that. Rochelle, playing the popular and charismatic Triton Bard of Whispers, Gillian.
Hello.
Gillian has recently become the hero of my XCOM campaign as well. Raymond, playing naive but lovable Turtle Battle Master Fighter, George.
Hello.
And Reese, playing the undead-hating, animal-loving hill dwarf druid of the moon, Theron.
Hi.
We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Catch up on previous episodes on my YouTube page, as well as read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. And watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Annihilation on Thursday mornings. If you'd like to support the channel, please go to patreon.com/roguewatson. Shoutouts to Platinum patrons Andrew, Brian, Richard, and Joe. And Gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcos, David, Vicente, Gilberto, Sean, a.k.a. Cert2B, and Adam. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. I apologize for the delay in starting tonight.
No Discord tonight.
As you can see, Discord just completely shit the bed for us. The audio was all robot-y, mine on my end, and some others were just a slideshow. The quality was just fucking awful. So we scrambled. We went back to Roll20, which thankfully managed to work so far. I had to rearrange my overlay and basically get rid of the entire nice bottom part of the overlay. I actually still have our names on there. I have to get rid of that. So yeah, we are working on our backup plan, which thankfully is working so far.
Mm-hmm.
Previously on Tomb of Annihilation. Eric's
done. He's going to bed.
Yeah, no, I'm done. Man, we went out for Heather's birthday, had a big old steak dinner, just fucking appetizer, dessert, the whole 9 yards. All I want to do is just sleep for years now. It's just, oh man.
We're going to take a nap.
I'm just gonna take a nap. You guys know what to do at this point. I'll roll some dice occasionally. And it has been some time since we played. We did do a sort of makeup part 2 session on Sunday, but otherwise it has been like about 10 or 12 days since we last played D&D, so getting back on that bike. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation. After a much needed long rest and level up to 4, the party spent the day healing their wounds and traumas, which the camp provided free of charge. That evening, Corporal Rygor, the undead wight and former Order member, attacked Camp Vengeance with a fresh army of undead. The party wasted no time in rushing outside and meeting the undead head-on, though Mannix and Undril had to deal with her own threats, as a pair of nearby sick soldiers had died and risen as zombies. Zombies and skeletons came pouring out of the jungle and out of the river, cutting down several of the Order members. Rygor's undead dinosaur mount proved painful, but Vorn had no hesitation about crushing the unlife out of the undead. I'm getting a lot of white noise. Is anybody else hearing that? Just like staticky?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I hear it.
Alright, yeah, one of y'all turn off your mics. Let me decide who the culprit is.
No.
Bet you anything it's Raymond. It's always Raymond. Still hearing it. It's not the ladies. Still hearing it. God damn it, Raymond. You fucking let us hold out.
Do it.
Why do I get the... There we go. It's fucking just brilliant now. It's amazing. It's like music to my ears. I don't know why your mic hates Roll20. The tide began to turn for... That's so much better. The tide began to turn for the defenders.
It wasn't that loud for me, but yeah, it's...
It was bad.
It wasn't that loud. You can turn its volume thingy down
I think
bit.
I will, yeah. Until Rygor unleashed a terrible new weapon. A zombified Tyrannosaurus Rex came charging out of the jungle, regurgitating zombies in one breath and biting with rotting teeth in another. Yeah, the problem is whatever I hear on my end is what goes to the stream. Its first victim was Kaless, but Vorn stepped in to cast a powerful defensive spell, shielding her from harm and allowing her to escape its jaws. George wasn't so lucky, getting the full brunt of its attack and going down, followed by Theron, for whom the undead had ripped through both of his wild shapes. Gillian healed George, while Mannix got to be a hero, rushing out of the safety of the walls to revive George with the magical ointment. Mannix, you can have a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Finally, the massive beast fell, and the battlefield lies still. George was so traumatized by the attack, he refused to leave his shell, leaving Vorn to gently carry him back inside. George, you can have a point of inspiration for role-playing the trauma.
For hiding away.
For hiding away. Commander Breakbone emerged in a huff, demanding that forces be sent out to retaliate. Kaless responded by knocking him on his ass. Kaless, you can have a point of inspiration for dealing with Commander Breakbone. Captain Solana relieved the deranged commander of his duties, freed Lorsa and her scouts, and allowed her to take the commander back to Port Nyanzaru. Camp Vengeance was thankful for the hero's stalwart defense. The party has earned a safe haven amidst the jungle. They bid farewell to Undril and set off from Camp Vengeance. So we go to our map. I suppose I should get rid of our names on the bottom. Alas. I liked our Discord overlay too.
Mm.
Very fancy. Very proud of it.
Why did we
Great.
stop
For the next 48 hours, I'm going to hear him complain about nothing but the fact he couldn't use Discord.
Man! Step away from Discord for like 10 days and it just completely blows up on us.
Every night, you know what I've been dealing with for weeks, man.
Oh, that was bad. Alright, so I believe what we discussed is you all were setting off towards Mbala, which is
plateau?
a giant plateau that extends beyond the jungle line.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Exactly.
I dare the DM to throw something at us.
And what's there? Where are we going there?
It'll let us view the surrounding area, I think.
Yeah, Captain Solana mentioned the fact that when they first set up Camp Vengeance, they wanted to send a scouting party to Mbala, just because it's a strategically good location. It is a huge plateau, literally like 2,000 feet up in the air, and you could see a lot of the jungle from up there, presumably. They never made it there, though, because Commander Breakbone insisted on attacking the undead.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep. Off we go.
You guys... I'm going to go hex by hex. As you head southwest. And heading out of Camp Vengeance for a couple miles, you can see just the devastation this undead horde has made on the land. They didn't come from the southwest direction necessarily, but even still, just all kinds of animals have like fled the area, and you can see just trampling. Occasionally, you find just like a like half of a zombie like crawling on the ground. You can easily give it the old coup de grace. Or maybe one of a zombie like impaled on a spike or something. Or, like, you find like remnants of this like army.
Are they all humans, or are we coming across other things?
They're all humanoid. They're not.
Yeah.
Some of them might be a goblin. You might
No
even
T-Rexes.
no other T-Rex zombies.
No
Nothing.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, nothing too
I
crazy.
would like to make a point of order that I am riding on Vorn's shoulder the entire time.
Okay. He seems to be okay
That's
with
a good
that.
place to be.
Yeah, otherwise you guys spent the day pretty uneventful. That first night is kind of a bummer because even though Camp Vengeance didn't have the nicest like bed and breakfast facilities, it was nice just to have like a tent and, you know, latrines nearby. They weren't the cleanest latrines, but
It
Who
was nice
said
to have
we didn't
shelter.
leave with the tent?
they were latrines, goddammit.
You're assuming we didn't leave with a tent. Are you kidding me?
Just grab a tent.
I have a giant war robot. He'll take a tent.
He is the tent. He just transforms into a shelter.
Well, yeah, I still need a tarp to throw over him, though. The water will still come through without it. But he tries his best, and that's what counts.
Indeed. The next day, and at this point the tabaxi is kind of leading you there, and it's really not hard for you to just go towards this giant plateau that you can see in the distance. At some point, one of the...
Do we see a way of ascending the plateau from as we approach?
You're still... each one of these hexes is 10 miles, so...
Oh, okay. So we're still too far away.
Yeah, you can't see. You can see the plateau in the distance, like a mountain range. Or something.
There is the plateau. Yeah.
Yeah. During one of the evenings, the evening of that first night, River, the talkative tabaxi, mentions the fact that she says, "They say a grand village used to reside at the top of Mbala, but now there are nothing but ruins. No one knows what happened."
Grand village of men?
She nods.
No rumors about what might have happened to him up there?
She shrugs and says, "All kinds of bad things, very bad things in the jungle.
Yes.
Maybe they were carried off by pterafolk, or succumbed to a plague. Or maybe they just kill each other."
Sure.
I'm sure it's just something as simple as the men not being able to handle any kind of stone.
Maybe.
Maybe they got stoned, yes. And fell off.
Oh, we need to remember to do our little stone thingy too, by the way.
Oh yeah, I should do that.
You're welcome.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Arcana check.
Arcana, yes.
We're all just sitting there like, come
It's
on.
so long.
Like, what are we doing? Or is it Arcana or Investigation, or was it just Arcana?
Oh, you're gonna make me look at the notes.
I a much better one than the other.
Arcana or Investigation, yes, sorry.
That's what I thought. Or I'll roll a 3.
Ooh, yeah, it comes up as a garbled message. You're not quite able to discern what that is. The next day, you go through a pretty uneventful day. There's some sticky, humid weather, buzzing insects, makes you again yearn for the moderate comforts of Camp Vengeance. That evening, you stop by kind of a nice clearing by a large tree. Looks like a good spot to set up camp. You just begin to kind of take off your packs and everything, and then you hear some low-pitched hooting and growls, like, and you all just kind of freeze. And
Pretty sure that was a monkey.
You look up into the eyes of a pair of white-furred apes. They look like gorillas, except they have a rather frightening second set of arms.
Oh.
And these four-armed apes beat their chests protectively. And and they're up in this tree. Dangling on a nearby branch about 15 feet up, so pretty near them, you also see the long dead body of an elf in leather armor. And River whispers through clenched teeth, "No sudden movements. Gorillons, very territorial. Back up quietly. Maybe they leave us alone."
Yeah. What's that elf lady got up there?
What class do you think that elf is?
Exactly.
What class?
By the looks of her leather.
Hey, George. This is a new form of grung. It's gorilla grung.
No, there's no such thing as gorilla grunts.
How many gorillas did you say there were?
There are 2 of them.
Gorilla grung.
I can try to put them to sleep, which I haven't gotten to use that spell yet.
Oh.
Because everything is like undead or I have no spell slots.
Right. That's a good idea. Let's see.
Oh boy.
Oh.
That's
That's like, what is that? Remind me of.
Like Total Recall, baby.
Total Recall, yeah!
He opens his chest. There's like a little dude in there. Yeah.
that's more disturbing than I was picturing.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I think I was picturing a more conventional set of arms. But that's like another little mini ape inside of
A
the
more
ape.
conventional set of arms.
I was thinking like with like
I
a.
was thinking like Goro,
No,
not like
I
a
see what
tiny
you mean.
gorilla inside of his chest.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
was
a
picturing Goro
baby
also.
gorilla sandwiched inside a larger gorilla. Which
Yeah, it's like with Gorilla Bjorn or something. Like this,
Right,
the arms
yeah,
are sticking
that's
out.
what it looks like.
You all have this very lengthy conversation, like just commenting on the gorillas.
Every time they like start to like make noises, we're like, just be quiet. We'll be done in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to suss this out.
Go take a nap.
Before-
Eat some fruit. Ooh, give them
Before
one
you
of
do
your
that-
fruit.
Before you do that, Gillian, I'm going to try to communicate with these fine specimens.
So you all have not moved at all, right? You're just still sitting at the same spot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Each other about what we're gonna do.
Theron, as you cast this, you realize through the magic of casting this that these are not natural beasts.
Oh no.
That's what we hear Theron say. Oh no.
These do not appear to be like natural beasts of the wild that would be able to be communicated with that spell.
Alright, Gillian.
would you say these beasts look like they're immune to being charmed? Just by looking at them, do I think that I could?
Alright, so
Give me
based on-
give me a nature check, because a nature check would give you some information about these guys. And then I'm gonna need you guys to decide what you're doing, because they are very angry right now.
Okay.
15. Let's see. A bit of background info: general strength versus party. Okay. Gorillans are beast-like. They are actually monstrosities, so which is just kind of monster beasts, I guess.
Yep.
So no, you don't think
I think that's where like
you don't think they have any necessarily any magical immunities of that nature, but they do look like they could pack a punch.
they're beefcakes.
Beefcake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to cast sleep then. On
Mannix,
these
give them one of
gorillas.
your fruit.
What this elf that's hanging up? What does that situation look like? Does it look like is she like hanging from a rope? What?
Just dangling from a branch. Just somehow ended up
Okay.
up there and is now dangling from
Does
a
it
branch.
look like if we sleep these gorillas, we could get her off that branch relatively quickly?
She
Or would
is.
somebody have to climb up the tree?
The body's about 15 feet up in the air. This is a big
Oh.
tree.
We can jump off
Well-
a horn.
George can climb up trees. He's proven that before.
Turtles can climb trees.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just cut the tree down. How about that?
You could do that too.
Even better.
As long as you don't hurt the gorillas, because I believe sleep, if you hurt them, they come back, they wake up, right?
Yep. Angrier than ever.
It doesn't say that. It just says that it lasts a minute.
Okay.
I mean,
Angrier than ever.
Also, how many hit points do we think these gorillas have?
Oof, that's a good question. I bet these guys are beefy.
Probably pretty beefy.
So I might be able to put one of them to sleep. I don't know if I'm able to put both of them to sleep. Though.
Okay.
so yeah,
Maybe
whenever
that's not a good use of a spell slot.
the sleeper takes damage, then the sleeper awakes.
The sleeper awakes.
Right.
Are they on the ground or are they in the trees?
They are in the tree. Yep. You are all on the ground near their tree.
So, are we afraid of if we sleep them, they fall out of the tree and hit the ground and wake up?
Then they are very poor tree monstrosities. I'm not afraid. Are you?
Well, at the very least.
I mean, yeah.
A little.
Admit it.
All right, what are y'all doing?
Sleep them.
All right, we're gonna sleep them.
Yes.
All right, how does this work?
Not great.
Sleep.
Okay, so creatures within 20 feet of you, they're affected in ascending order of their current hit points.
That's a really good roll for that spell, by the way.
Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected, they fall unconscious, blah, 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 blah. So you subtract their hit points from the total, and then it would go on to the next one if there were any hit points remaining. So my guess is that this is only going
together. You cast it at a higher level?
It starts with the weaker one first, the one with the lower number of hit points first.
So there are 36 hit points worth of sleep in here.
Okay. Okay. Gillian, you cast your sleep spell. Thank you. Yeah, I had pulled it up. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I forget to... Well, got one chance. I forgot to roll hit points for these guys. I could use the default, but that's never fun.
Theron Barrow is sad.
Roll the same number twice. All right. Neither Gorillan is affected by the sleep spell. They both look like they are massively hardy beasts. And now you know at least how many hit points they have.
Yeah, at least.
And they feel the magical effects wash over them. They go, and I need everyone to roll for initiative as soon as I bring on this map.
Well, nice try. That's
Sorry, guys.
It's a noble effort.
Two failures.
2 failures, and now we're fighting gorillas.
Yeah, like I said, what could
What could go wrong? All right, you guys just hold him off for long enough for me to get this elf out of the tree, and then we'll just book it. All right?
That elf better be delicious.
She better be. Wait, what?
Wait, what? What? We're not eating the elf, are we?
Oh, those are large gorillas.
Yeah, you guys might have to scroll down a bit. Sorry, I repurposed this map. I'll move you over here. Yeah, they are large four-armed apes. This will be a big initiative roll for me.
Oh,
If I had known that, I
shit's
wouldn't
the
have
bed again.
suggested casting sleep on him.
Oh,
They're extra large.
Gillian, roll initiative again, and I'll replace it with yours because it didn't count yours for some reason.
Oh,
we left Inette with the camp.
I think you kept her,
We
right?
did not.
You left Undril?
Yeah, we kept her.
Okay.
Yeah. She actually wanted to adventure or whatever.
God, those cat things are still with us.
They're still here.
They're my friends.
They're the ones that mentioned not making any sudden movements and backing away from this encounter. Stupid
Yeah,
cats!
yeah.
How dare you try to warn us of this danger?
I hate them so much.
God damn it.
They've been nothing but trouble.
Oh my god. Nothing but nice and accommodating to you people. You don't deserve the tabaxi.
Probably not, but still.
Alright, Celeste, I assume we'll just have Warren act on your initiative.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I rolled pretty bad, although two of you rolled real bad.
Hey.
Let's go with Celeste. So the gorillas are both about 20 feet up in the tree.
Okay. Well. Shit.
My daggers don't reach that high.
20-foot tall daggers. Can Vorn get you up there? How tall is Vorn?
He's probably. Did we ever establish how tall he is? 8 feet, I think.
I thought he was bigger than that.
I think he's 8.
Because he was like stomping on the undead people.
I mean, that was flavor text. Yep, 8 foot tall. That actually is in the book.
See, I imagine something like 12 feet tall. Alright, well, So if I can get close enough, then my assassinate goes off on one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, alright, Vorn, you're climbing a tree. So I want Vorn to use his movement to climb as high up the tree as he can get.
Says, oh dear, I'm not much of a climber.
You'll be fine. Just hold on.
Just hold on to the tree.
Yep.
Just punch your way through the tree. You'll be
That's
fine.
right, yeah.
Actually, how thick is that tree? That's not a bad idea.
He will attempt to climb. I'm going to give him disadvantage because this is not something he knows how to do. Although he's got a hell of a strength rating. Is that just his athletics, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fourteen's not bad.
14.
Not bad, but he's not quite able to get his footing in there. He just kind of gets like 1 and 2 steps and just kind of slides down gently. Says, oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. This doesn't usually happen to me.
Have him just raise his hand up with you in it. Just see how high. You can get like probably about 10, 15 feet high then. Just climb the rest of the way yourself.
Yeah, I could do that.
I mean, you're already about 10 feet up when you're on, if you're literally on his shoulders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're 20 feet up, so
Yeah.
I gotta get higher.
It
So
would
yeah,
require a little bit of climbing.
Upsy daisy. So I'll have him stick his hands straight up, and I'll use his hands like, so his hands are like this, so I'll use his hands like a springboard.
Okay, he'll do that as his action. Give you the old alley-oop.
Yep.
Surely less getting into the trees with these giant gorillas will turn out well for her.
Oh yeah. This will be great, I'm sure. That only uses
Where
like
is
half
this
my
elf
movement,
woman,
right?
by the way?
Basically right between them.
Oh, great. Okay. That's.
If you, know,
So
you can
does
kind of see
that-
like a leg sticking out here. I tried to put it on the map a little bit.
I think. Oh, there it is. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so the alley-oop kind of gets me on the tree, right?
Yeah, give me a either athletics or
Acrobatic?
acrobatics check. You just
Yeah.
try to like grab onto a branch or the tree or something as you're doing a leap.
Because I want to like leap high enough to get like close to them.
Sure.
Oops, I have no idea why that's on. Hang on. Oops.
Well, 22 is your
Normal.
first. Or,
Yeah.
you rolled a
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, 22 is
Plus
first one.
9. Yeah. All right. So you get the alley oop from Vorn, and you are able to springboard off of him like a little launch pad, and end up at a nearby tree branch.
Okay, perfect. So I'm right up next to him, right?
Yes. We'll put you. Well,
Perfect.
it's gonna get crowded on this map, isn't it? Verticality is not something Roll20 does very well.
Tree.
I'm just gonna put you here.
That's fine. You could have left me on top on where I was. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So because they have not gotten to go in the initiative order yet, my assassinate goes off.
Assassinate.
So oh no, my 5e tools isn't working on my iPad. Shit. 'Cause I can never remember what this does.
Oh, it's not in Roll20, is it?
No. So I think it gives me auto advantage, right?
That sounds
Okay.
familiar.
You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Good man.
Sweet.
Assassinate. We need to put this in your character sheet somewhere.
Oh, there's a subclasses thing. How do I put that in my character sheet?
Oh, did they add that at some point?
Yeah.
Man. Oh,
You have advantage on attack rolls. Yeah, so you have advantage on this attack. Although it is not surprise, there's no auto crit.
Okay.
But your advantage does grant you sneak attack, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you have advantage on this attack, and then if you hit, you'll get your sneak attack.
Alright, so here we go.
Assassin. Vorn runs up, tries to climb the tree, slides down, shoots you up. You leap up onto a tree branch. 24 is going to hit the non-armor wearing ape.
With sneak attack.
Yeah.
Ah, that's crappy.
Was it?
Yeah.
2d6. Yeah, it's about average.
16.
16 damage is pretty damn solid, though. You
And then
stab at that ape.
for my offhand, I actually created a dagger offhand, so you should
There
be
you
proud
go.
of
Yeah,
me.
nice.
So I think it did it right. It just says it's 1d4 damage, so.
Should work.
Oops, sorry, that would have just been a 23.
That's gonna hit.
I keep forgetting to hit the normal button. Oops, I forgot to turn the sneak attack off.
God damn it. 3 damage.
3 damage. There you go.
Can I use the other half of my movement to jump back down into Warren's hands?
At this point, you get an attack of opportunity, though.
That might not be a bad idea. I mean,
When are they gonna go?
they go
They're
last.
gonna go- George will be up there with you. You'll be fine.
If you have to rely on
Max
George for
yell,
anything, you've
yell.
already lost the fight.
Alright, well, I'd like to stay within the non-attacks of opportunities, but hide behind some branches.
George, did I mention the grung behind you?
George,
Alright, sorry.
Gorilla
What?
Grung.
So you're staying up there?
Gorilla Grung.
Coalesce.
Yes, and she's gonna start screaming out Gorilla Gung.
Which means nothing to anyone.
Alright.
See if I can't get George to come up.
Tabaxi will be quite worried at this. Like, oh no! Crazy elf lady!
This is what's happening. Get on board.
They sigh and get their bows out.
Get together, you cat people.
Oh, that's not gonna work. Crit fail.
Oh, damn.
16 will hit. 9 as they shoot an arrow into the other one. Annette doesn't really have anything she can do from range, so she's just gonna hang back here. We'll go to George.
My turn.
Yeah.
It's
I'd like to go here for 20 feet of movement. Can I climb a tree? I'd like to try to have flanking bonus too.
what's your speed?
It's 30. And
Okay.
I have some awesome gloves.
You do have some awesome gloves. They are 20 feet up in the air.
Oh, 20?
Yes.
Shit.
Celeste got there because she jumped off of Vorn.
Yeah, it did. Come on up, George.
5, 10, 15, 20.
The tree's fine.
I can climb with my action, but can I do my second hand if I don't attack with the first hand?
Your offhand attack?
I think
It's not a bonus, is it?
the offhand. Yeah, your offhand is a bonus.
Yeah.
I guess I could. It's not like a dependent on an attack.
Right.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think
it's not
attacking with your
multi-attack.
offhand
It's
is
it's a bonus action that you're using. Yeah.
Okay, well, I get 20 here, and I'll have to use some extra action to climb all the way up.
Okay.
Dash your way.
Give me an athletics check for climbing. You do get a +5 from your gloves. Did you ever plug that in, or is it we just add to it?
I haven't plugged it in.
I think it'd be kind of
I mean-
quite difficult to plug in because it's only situational.
That's
Right.
true. Yeah.
So, 19.
All right, +5. You do make it. You run up to that tree and just you feel the magic of gloves almost work like Velcro, even as you like try to slip off for a second, and it just goes kick.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man climb.
Okay. And then now I'm going to attack the gorilla with my other hand.
There you go.
It is a hit.
And I have a sneak attack.
That's right. You're all fucking rogues
I actually
now.
completely forgot.
I did too.
too.
I did too. Oh my gosh. 13. Solid. You slice into that other gorilla. Ooh! And get blood in their eyes. Mannix.
Max 5, 10, 15. Max is gonna dive into this bush back here.
Yes, he is. That's our Mannix.
And he is going to attempt to stealth in the bushes.
It never gets old.
Don't judge me.
He got to be a hero last week. He's sated for a while.
Right. Well, 14 stealth me from gorillas.
It will, yes. It will
Okay.
stealth you from
From-
gorillas.
Especially when there's
Bushes.
a drow and a turtle hanging from the tree with
That's
them.
right.
Yeah, they have their arms full.
From the bushes, I will fire away.
In phrases you never think you're going to hear.
Mannix! Just a crossbow goes sailing off into the
You
trees.
guys don't even see it, Bolt. You just hear the crossbow twang and God damn it!
There's some kind of like squirrel creature just like falls down dead from the tree.
Okay, well I'm staying here in these bushes then.
You just hear somebody relieving themselves after a second.
We just hear soft crying.
Damn.
Soft crying. Just whimpers. Alright, the gorillans. They have 4 arms.
Of course they do.
Guess how many attacks they have?
12.
That's
2.5.
Those are little baby arms. Those should only be one attack.
That's it. A gorilla comes out of the bushes,
There's a third one.
bites
There's a
Mannix in the
velociraptor.
penis.
Oh, no. Not my hiding spot.
Teach you to pee in the bushes. All right, Celeste, this gorillan is gonna go ham on you. Happy birthday, dear.
Yay! Just what I wanted.
5 attacks? That's not what you made it sound like a second ago.
4 arms and a mouth.
I don't know. Yeah.
Claw the first. Oh!
That's gonna hurt.
Happy birthday!
Does that hit?
Oh yeah.
9 damage.
Okay.
Claw
They
the
add up
second.
real quick.
Does that hit?
8 damage.
Boy, that regular attack was almost as much as crit.
Claw the third. Yeah, actual bad damage on that one. Oh boy.
Does that hit?
God.
This gorilla
Class,
is
get out of the tree.
Stop.
Who told you to go in that tree?
5 damage. Claw the fourth. 14?
Nope.
And now he tries to bite you. Aw.
Alright.
How much damage is that? 9, 8, 17, 5, 22?
Yep.
Jesus.
I am at half life.
Alright, George, the other gorillan turns towards you.
Look, a banana.
I'm gonna
That's
put a
specious.
gap here so I can see. Alright, Claw the first. Oh.
Oh.
Second.
Of course you
Oh
yours.
no! I used all my good
Oh.
rolls up. No! These rolls. What are they doing? 17.
That's a tie.
Attacker does
I'm
win
a
ties. I got one attack off. 8 damage, and then he tries to bite.
I don't think I want it to be my birthday.
Oh
anymore.
my gosh! One
Oh.
hit out of 5 attacks.
Yeesh.
Boy, I
Does this
rolled.
beautiful dodges, but misses just one.
I
That's
rolled
right.
real. Yeah, that thing is just going crazy on you. 5, 4, 7. I just rolled real bad. I used up all my good dice. Who's got the higher dex, Theron or Gillian? Or you guys can just choose if you want.
3.
I'm gonna assume it's there and then.
And +2.
Did you know bears can climb faster than they can run?
That sounds like just a badass thing you would say as you're like walking towards enemies and shape-shifting. What does a toad do when it's struck by lightning?
Cool lines, and if you think about it for 2 seconds, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. They can almost climb as fast as they can run. Still, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Do you need a bear?
I do. It was that other spider.
Spiders do literally climb. Do bears actually have a climbing speed in D&D? That's interesting.
They have a 30-foot climbing speed, which is,
Sure do.
I think, as fast as a spider. So,
Wow.
Wow.
Really? Bears have a 30-foot climbing speed?
yeah,
I always interpreted climbing speed as like you can scale a brick, like a just a vertical wall.
yeah.
Okay.
Bear claws are made out of steel.
Okay. Great.
Bears are basically Wolverine.
All right.
That will hit.
I assume that hits.
That will hit. Yeah, you sink your teeth into that beast.
I assume that'll hit.
That also hits. Jeez, yeah.
Oh, for really bad damage.
All right, that southern one looks like it's real bloodied now. Gillian.
See, every time I want to use a range attack, I find Heather in the middle of the shit. That I can't just.
I mean, it would be poetic payback for all the fireballs that she hit us with in Storm King's Thunder.
And yes, the
None
bear
of those
does
were ever
have
intentional.
the exact same climbing speed as the spider.
Wow.
Fascinating.
None were ever intentional.
She says now.
Even
You
the
guys
one that
made
went off by
that.
accidental magic, that was never intentional.
If you got an AOE thing, those grills look big enough to where you might be able to aim it like behind them and just hit them.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I think I can probably do that. I was trying to say if I wanted to use a spell slot. I think I will. So I've got Shatter, which is a 10-foot radius centered on a point within range, which is 60 foot. So that's what I think I can do, is try to aim it like here-ish, and it's only 10 foot. So I think I can try to hit both gorillas without hitting my colleagues. And let's see, Shatter is what is it gonna be? Con saving throw, 3d8 thunder damage, or half as much on a failed saving throw.
Do it.
Okay. Casting a shattering sonic boom on the tree. So you're casting it in a way you're going to try to avoid Celeste and just get the...
Yeah, like I'm casting like over her,
Okay.
like here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like emanating from the tree, more like.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Alright.
accidentally hit her. For some
Everyone in the tree.
So many small animals
What are you
fall out of
gonna
that
do?
tree.
Yep.
Alright, north to south con saves. They do look pretty hardy. Pretty
Jesus
hardy,
Christ.
yeah. And the southern one. Both make the save. What do they make the save? Half
Half.
Half.
Yeah.
damage? Okay.
So
a bit of
70 each.
ringing in their ears.
But does it push them back at all?
No.
I assume if they make the save, they're not pushed. That would have been, yeah. That would have been good. Alright, that southern one does look like he is really beat up, though. He's like rubbing his ears. And a big boom. Birds flap out of the tree. Coalesce.
Okay. So I'll go for the one between me and George then.
Okay.
That gives me my advantage back.
Mm.
Which gives me my sneak attack.
There you go.
25-0.
I do declare.
Does that hit?
For 15.
Celeste, how would you like to kill this four-armed gorilla?
Just rapier right through the back.
I could
Alright.
cut off 18 fingers first.
Make a necklace. Yeah, before it even turns around, you just jam that rapier right into its spine. You just feel it like stiffen, and it slumps, and still stays on the branch. It's got a pretty good hold on there, but just kind of gently falls.
Nice.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna cunning action disengage,
Okay.
and I'm jumping back down into the loving embrace of
Warren
Warren.
says, "Oh dear, are you okay? That looked
Nope.
awful.
It was painful. I'm coming down.
Oh my, let's get you out of here. I need a warm compress over here."
Meanwhile, the bear is holding his paws up in the air, waiting to catch her, and she jumps to the robot.
Poor bear.
The bear feels very sad.
The bear is friend zoned.
Just left wanting.
Just crestfallen.
Tabaxi will fire their bows at. Jesus. He did not want to fight these things. Jesus. All right.
They really didn't.
Do twice. George.
The bear roars. Why do we even have these people in our group?
But none of us can understand.
Tabaxi gives the bear a thumbs up.
We're all very slowly learning bear
Yeah.
as the bear roars more often.
George, you climb over a dead four-armed gorilla. You are near that body, but you do have also a gorilla right here. Gorillan.
How many times have I heard that statement?
Not nearly enough.
I was gonna say that.
I step over the bodies. First attack.
Will hit. Jesus. Guys, and you're fucking 20 plus hits. Lord.
Second attack.
Wow. Alright.
Slice and dice.
Yeah. That one's looking now real bloody.
Here it is.
Action surge. Jesus. Alright. Almost George, but it is still hanging on. It's like clutching its side where you stabbed it, but it seems to have multiple big organs for you to stab with.
George says, I dare you to fight me with just 2 arms.
Alright. Annette can cast a healing spell on Kaless.
Yeah.
She will run up and cast Cure Wounds on you, Kaless. She says, "Oh, let me get that. Healing you for 9 hit points."
Yay.
That was pretty good. Cure Wounds roll. Manix.
Manix will attempt to stealth in these bushes again. Normally. 7's probably not going to do it.
Not gonna do it, yeah.
Made too much noise cussing about his last miss. So now he's going to fire regularly at the gorilla. There we go. That's better.
18 will
18 hit a gorilla?
Yeah.
Good. For 7 damage.
Okay. You think you down at Manix, but it manages to get it like right up.
come
Yeah,
on.
it takes that like bolt like in the fucking chest.
Sorry, George. Good luck.
Yep. gorilla goes.
George
All right.
taps it in a little bit deeper.
Yeah. Here we go, George. Multi-attack city as the gorilla tries to defend its territory with its last breath. Your AC is... Yeah. Teen's not gonna hit. Swing and a miss. 20.
That hits.
How about for 9 damage? Claw the third.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
Or teen does not hit. 11 does not hit. Jeez, and then it tries to bite you with its teeth. 17 well hits.
I have rabies now.
Or 5 damage.
George has rabies.
My
Never
goodness,
down.
I needed like all 5 of those to hit you twice. You do have a good AC though. Theron Bear.
You ever seen a turtle with rabies? It's terrifying.
It's actually it's the opposite of terrifying.
It's like that also sounds like some a weird like badass thing somebody would try to say before doing something. You ever seen a turtle with rabies? Shing.
Yep.
What?
Can I climb through the trees to the opposite side of this guy?
You were in the tree, right? Still?
I was.
Yeah, I would say so. Probably not.
All right.
Probably end up like here, but that's good enough to flanking.
Either way,
Bear deftly journeys through the tree.
Finish him, Bear.
All right, Theron Bear, how would you like to finish that gorilla, which had 1 hit point left? Mannix could not quite
damn
seal
it.
the deal.
I will
Fun
bite off
fact.
18 of his fingers
It takes so long.
and leave him to live his life.
Well, at some point during the
Horrible.
4th or 5th finger, he does
It's really
die.
dark.
It just bleeds out.
There it intends and just keep going.
Congratulations, you rolled into the gorilla's home, murdered them, and then tortured them.
I like to do a medicine check on the gorilla.
George, you think he's fine. He's fine. He's
It will be all right.
just taking a little nap is all. He'll be fine.
He's gonna
Theron
go
Bear
visit a farm,
nods.
George.
Alright, the area is now quiet.
All right, well, let's get to the reason why we murder these gorillas.
Wait, are both of them
Body
dead?
entry.
They are both dead.
Aww. I'm gonna stay in bear form for 2 hours, so
I think you have to see a doctor if that happens.
that is 4 hours. Thank you.
Oh god, there it has to come out of bear form in 4 hours.
That will be level 8. That's when my priapism will murder you all.
I don't.
Serious medical condition.
This is a reoccurring nightmare I've had for some time. Alright.
You've had a recurring nightmare about rehistory.
About Theron Bear, not mine.
Theron Bear specifically.
Or maybe mine. Whatever.
Well, Tabaxi both horrified at this, but also impressed that you were able to kill these massive beasts down. Well, they look worriedly at both George and Kales, who took the entire brunt of their attacks.
Yep.
But prevented them
George,
from
you're doing-
leaping down from the trees and murdering you all.
Yeah.
George jumps down and he has
Oh,
two of the gorilla's arms in his armpits.
Proceeds to do a little show for us. I'm a gorilla.
That's horrible! It's so bad!
But that's so true.
We all just watch a 5-minute long performance by George.
And Ned just covers her mouth the whole time.
All of us just horrified. George's little dance.
I'm so glad Undril isn't here to see this.
Oh.
Meanwhile, he did also bring the elf down, who is behind him while
Okay.
he's doing this show.
Yeah.
So now George has 6 arms.
Props the rotten elf body up to watch the show.
Named it
Oh
Steve.
yeah, there's an elf.
Yep.
Oh man.
Sorry, he didn't forget.
I don't think we need to change George's alignment at this point. I just think we need to declare him insane. That might be more appropriate.
Is that an alignment of itself?
His alignment changes moment to moment. I feel like is the.
Fair enough. Just roll that dice.
Yep.
No, wait, claiming insanity is the way to keep your alignment the same.
He just lives in the now.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yep.
The elf has a crumpled up sheet of paper tucked into a pocket that you find.
Oh yeah, we went through all of that for a sheet of paper, you guys.
It reads.
Avoid the gorillas.
It's a one. Please don't desecrate my friends.
As George is like, woo!
Yeah. These are sacred. These are the last 2 mated pair of sacred 4-armed apes. No, it's, the note says at the top, it says A.C. sightings. And it has a list of locations just all over the world. Each of them crossed out, except the last one, which just reads Chult.
Mannix pulls out his notebook and starts jotting things down, copying things from the notebook.
You also find a small pouch containing 10 gold pieces. On their belt, you see several broken bottles, but you do find 2 intact potions of healing. And you feel a magical energy coming off a silver ring on one hand.
Oh.
The elf also has a quiver with
Now, George's med check is really bad. Is she
1 arrow.
dead?
1 arrow.
So we can kill the elf for all this, right?
Is the elf alive or dead?
The elf looks long dead. It's kind of rotten, nasty body.
Can we kill it again?
Yes.
Sure.
Mannix
Its head looks like it's been crushed in.
by gorillas, perhaps.
Safe bet.
If I had known that, I wouldn't have touched it.
I'm going to take the fancy ring.
Take that fancy ring. You can identify it on your next short rest.
Theron roars at you.
It does feel magical.
Is the ring whispering to you?
That's what I just said.
No. Does not appear
Translates
to
it.
be whispering.
I will pocket those potions.
Okay.
I'll distribute them as people need them.
All right.
Mannix says as he. Mannix is fairly familiar with. He did research before he came out here on the
Did he?
on artist Kimber, who he is looking specifically for. Do the locations in this piece of paper line up with what he might know about previous locations that artist Kimber has been?
Simber, but yeah,
Simber.
it seems to line up with the research that you've done.
How
you
convenient.
You kind of nod along as you see like past locations, but there's no other information other than obviously the last one just says Chult and it has not been crossed out.
That seems
Wow.
like a convenient plot point.
Well, it's also not terribly helpful, though. I already knew he was here. That's why I'm here.
Well, I mean, Simber was here.
Simber was here, not Kimber. Kimber's who I'm looking for.
I'll find him too.
Your future father-in-law.
That's right. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. And we each get 2 gold piece.
Mm-hmm.
Gold
Believe
apiece.
that math checks out.
There's nothing on this woman or on this paper that might lead me to any additional insights. It's basically all information that I already knew.
Yep.
Okay.
The only thing you know now is there are obviously it seems to be just multiple people looking for
looking for him. Yeah.
looking for him. Yeah.
Does this woman look notable in any way?
Not really.
Okay.
It's hard to tell anything about them because, like I said, their heads crushed in.
Right.
Just kind of has the garb of a adventurer.
Okay.
Does the armor look anything like good?
No, it looks like pretty much standard to what you all have. Just kind of standard adventuring gear. It also looks like it's in bad shape because it's been out there in the elements and just kind of left with rotting bits of flesh around it. But you get the 2 potions, the 10 gold pieces, 1 arrow if somebody wants 1 arrow left in their quiver.
I'll take it.
And the ring.
I'll
Otherwise,
take that too.
you guys were setting up camp here, so you can just continue to set up camp for the evening. And you can get a short rest, as is per our jungle travel rules.
Can't we set Born into like Overwatch mode and get a long rest?
And good try. And Gillian, you can identify the ring.
Okay. I'll also play for you my Song of Rest.
Ah.
Oh, thank you.
Play that song.
With a 1d10 plus your fighter level.
What does your Song of Rest sound like?
Oh,
Was it the dirge?
what is it again?
Depends on
Play
her
that
mood.
Song of Rest Fish Girl.
So I get a 1d10 plus your fighter level?
No, that was me.
That's,
Oh, okay.
That's his second wind.
Oh, okay, wrong one.
Song
then,
of
never
Rest,
mind.
you can roll.
An extra 1d6.
1d6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will identify this through my fancy magical ring.
Okay. And yeah, those of you, you can roll your hit dice plus your 1d6 for each hit dice rolled. Is that right?
No, not for each.
Oh, just
I think
once.
It's like every time you do it. Yeah.
Okay, just a one-time. Gotcha.
Ah!
You're getting some bad rolls.
Gillian, you identify that ring as a ring of jumping.
Ooh.
It does require attunement, but while wearing this ring, you can cast the jump spell from it as a bonus action at will, but can only target yourself when you do so. And you presume that perhaps that elf jumped into that tree, which was the wrong place to go.
It's been bashed by gorillas.
It was in bashed by
So
gorillas.
I can attune that now.
You can attune that now, yes.
Okay.
And it says that while you have this spell in action, it lasts for a minute, and your jump distance is tripled for that minute.
Yep.
Become Super Jumper.
Well, it says you can use it as a bonus action at will, so that means each time you
Another minute of, yeah.
Yeah. You can just, your only limit is it's a bonus action. But every time you do it, it does last for a minute. Which, if you're in the middle of combat, then you just do it once, but...
Yeah.
Jump distance is tripled. I don't remember what the jump distance rules are, but... Is it your strength score? Is that how many you can jump in feet?
There's actually different rules for long jumping and high jumping and running jumping. Those all three different things.
Okay.
Long jump.
God, George, you are on this shit every time he's posting.
Oh, just pasting in there?
Encyclopedia,
There you go.
yeah.
That's what I was reading.
Number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
That's the long, or that's a high jump, yeah.
Yeah. 3 plus your strength modifier. So, Gillian, what is your strength modifier? That's the small
1.
Okay, so you could normally jump 4 feet if
In the
you
air,
move at least
up.
10 feet. Oh yeah,
But she just standing, she can jump 2 feet times 3, so she can jump 6 feet.
Yeah.
that's
Or
true.
if she
Yeah.
runs, you 12 feet high.
Okay, so now you can do a running jump of 12 feet. Or what, is that same as
Wow.
distance though? Yeah. Or you can jump literally from standing still. You can jump 6 feet high.
That's very good.
That's, I don't know if that's anything a human can do right now.
That's pretty good for a human.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see you just like running and jumping high in the air and coming down with a sword on someone's head.
I mean, a basketball net is 10 feet high.
It's true. Or you
Wow.
can become a basketball player.
that's what you do with that ring.
They don't dunk from just like standing still underneath it, do they?
I mean, people over 7 feet tall do.
It's probably true.
But yes, that's either way. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. All right. That was the activity for that day. You all camp down near the gorilla bodies and enjoy your evening of healing up with the Song of Rest. The next day,
Can I try the stone again?
sure can.
No.
At the new day? No. I broke the stone. Where are you? That's better.
Yes, it is much better. Let's see. Last entry should have is day 11, I think.
Yep.
Okay. This is the Company of the Yellow Banner's journey. Next entry you recall is day 14. Says, our river travels have ended. Olung ended in a large lake that was visibly boiling as we entered the Valley of Embers. Little imp creatures of smoke and ash danced around it. We could see smoke pouring out of the peaks of flame to the south like a great forge. The Starfallen has pointed us west, so we officially take to the jungle on foot. Seward claims he can guide us, but I have my doubts. For the Yellow Banner, or Brixton?
Who is the Starfallen?
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
You see their journey continues.
Pointed us west. Alright.
But you have not been to these locations, but just based on their entries, I'm giving you their travel log.
Right.
Grab it. There we go. Alright, the next day you all set off. At some point during about the middle of the day, the tabaxi stop when you pass by a tree. This time there's no hooting or hollering. They just kind of point out that you see a wooka tree, which is where the wooka nuts, which are the nuts that light up, as if to cast the light spell. You see a number of flying monkeys flitting about it, but they seem to be pretty high up and they're not really caring about you. But as they kind of leap and play, a number of wooka nuts do fall from the tree, if you wanted to gather some.
Already got some, but sure. They seem useful. Little flares.
Yeah, roll me a 1d6.
Oh, one.
Get you a nut, sir.
A nut. I always wanted one.
You've got one.
Almost got two. Can I climb the tree and just start knocking a bunch down?
Yes.
Okay. George climbs up and chops down all the branches.
Chops down all the
All spends all day just chopping down the tree.
Yeah, a number of flying monkeys start flying around you and bothering you, George.
I skewer one.
No.
Just kidding. Alright.
Wait, are these the same adorable flying monkeys that I skewered the last time?
Oh, they're very adorable.
How high off the ground are they flying?
They're probably like 20 to 30 feet up. Although they're coming down. George is probably about maybe 10 feet up.
They
So
jump 15 feet in the air trying to grab one.
yeah,
That's what I wanted to do, yeah.
occasionally they run down to try to. George, you're able to like skewer one, and as soon as you kill one of them, the rest of them kind of scatter.
Poor monkeys.
Poor monkeys. Roll 2d6, and that is the rest of the wooka nuts that fall. 8 wooka nuts.
Wow.
I can't see anything in the dark. I need these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're useful.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think we established. Did we establish that these things don't actually get used up? They're like little, like flashlights. Or
Yep,
whatever?
you can turn them off and on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you've got enough where you could like light up a path or drop them somewhere, do whatever.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Like road flares. Just
Mm-hmm.
light them and throw them along a path.
All right, you settle down for that evening, make it through a night without any problems, and finally, the next day, you reach the base of the massive plateau, which stretches well over 1,000 feet high, with sheer cliffs that rise above heaps of boulders as large as ships. The Tabaxi does mention that there was a village up here, so maybe there's a path that people actually took to come up and down. And after a few hours of searching, you do find a narrow path cut directly into the cliff face, kind of near the northern side of the plateau. That seems to climb all the way to the top. It looks like it snakes around and goes up, but you can kind of look up and just see that this path seems to, there's a lot of kickbacks and or what do they call them? Switchback.
Switchback.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not a kickback. That's a different thing. Switchback. Yeah. But there's a number of those, and the path is very, very gets very narrow in places. And there's like rocks and tree branches and everything in the way. It's not. There's no skill checks involved, but it just takes you guys a long time to start ascending. And then you make it maybe like 20 feet from the ground. Like you're not very high. When you turn around and notice Vorn is still standing at the bottom. And you notice that already at several points on the path, you all have had to kind of like turn sideways and just kind of, shimmy a little bit on the side. And he kind of looks up sadly and says, "Apologies, but I was not built for these conditions. I can wait for you down here if you like."
Good idea, Vorn. Just go into, like, stasis mode or something.
Don't let anyone follow us up.
Yeah. If anyone gets past you, set off an alarm.
Oh, I will give them quite the scolding. You can be sure of that.
I'm okay.
Do take care of yourselves, though. I'd rather not wait as long as I did last time they left me.
You won't. Don't worry about that.
Unless we all die. Then you'll be waiting down there a while.
I would make me sad.
Just
Me
like
too.
under the ancient turtles.
Mm-hmm.
They
If
probably
that, can I
died.
put the goblin's mask on and start walking?
Mm-hmm. Turn around and start walking. All right. As you guys walk up Mbala, let us take a break, and be back in about 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Everyone coming back? To ring the alarm.
George will make the decisions. Let's go.
Appreciate that, George. How do you want to climb up this trail? Do you have a certain order that you want to ascend in? Because at times it is like literally single file. Like a marching order.
Yeah. Probably, George, you want to go first? You got the gloves of climbing. If anything goes wrong, you can hold on better than anybody else.
I'm not sure about the logic of that, but sure.
I'm imagining like if the trail falls apart, like landslides or something happens, maybe you can hold your place better than others.
Well, maybe you should go in the front to be on the lookout for that sort of thing.
I'll be right behind you. I'll look it over your shoulder.
You can't see over my shoulder. You're short.
If only Tim was here.
That's right. Tim would take it all for us.
Yeah.
I mean, George will go in the front as the fighter and leader, but still.
I'm gonna bring up the rear, so if we all start to fall out, cast Gust of Wind and just push us up.
All right.
I'm sorry, leader and fighter. How much damage did you take during that last battle?
Yeah.
Is that how we're electing leaders? Is how much damage was taken?
It's the only way to choose.
I don't think
Just
anybody,
like in real life.
nobody ever beat Theron with that. Then he's got all these extra
Yeah.
hit points he can put on top.
I'll go first.
All right, George is first. Who's next?
I'll be second, that said.
Okay.
I'll take up the middle. Just keep my eyes open
Okay.
for danger.
What do you
Guess
want
I'm going after. I'll go after Theron.
Okay. What do you want the tabaxi?
They'll be with me.
Okay. All right. Gillian taking up the rear. So, you all are hiking along this trail. It takes, probably 2 or 3 hours. Good part of the midday, and you're having to stop every once in a while to clear away debris, falling rocks, tree branch in the way or something, and you're very careful about it. You're never quite having to worry about slipping off. But at times it does get kind of narrow and crazy because you just start really getting real up high and you're looking down at the trees and it's getting pretty nerve-wracking. I don't know if any of your characters are afraid of heights, but
This whole trail just a series of switchbacks then? Just okay.
no. About 3 hours up, you probably estimate you're a good 1,000 feet in the air. Maybe more, and you're maybe 70% up this thing.
That's an exhausting trail.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite the trail. You begin to hear the flapping of wings and a series of screeches. And you look around and you see about half a dozen winged reptilian humanoids flying straight towards you. Some of them are armed with javelins.
Uh-oh.
And River cries out, "Pterafolk!" And you're startled when they get closer and their screeches are actually forming words. They appear to be speaking. And you can hear them say things like, "Grab food for the young!" And you all
We're not food.
on here. As they flying towards you, they do not appear like they are interested in conversing at all.
Mm-hmm. Just
And-
killing and eating.
Yep.
Can I say as I see them getting closer, I just shoot my bow at one of them?
I'm gonna need everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Ah, damn it. Well, at least Manix was worse
boy.
than me.
I was worse than you, but yeah.
Told you I was the leader.
Dear Lord,
Come on.
there is
Come on,
a
guys.
big gap between George and the
Wow, George is just like he's just working out mode. He's like, "Come on, everybody!" Turns around and he's like, "This is
He's
horrible."
prancer-sizing up the mountain.
They're just loving this.
I shouldn't have eaten all that salmon.
so much.
George has got some kind of energy from the bear arms. Or the gorilla arms.
Is he still carrying those around?
It can't be.
No, don't worry.
Only at night he brings them out. George, you can act, let's see. The pterafolk, you see 5 of them heading towards you all from kind of around just a distance. And at the moment they are closing in about we'll say 60 feet away from you.
Can I notch 5 arrows in my longbow?
No.
Can you tell me which direction they are?
They are, how to describe this? We're in a three-dimensional place here.
I know, like
You are on the side of a cliff, climbing up this cliff, and they are coming at you from over the sky.
okay. So down here is fall. It's a drop.
Yes, yeah. And if you continue up this way, there's like a switchback up here, where you're continuing to ascend.
This way?
Correct.
Oh, I had that backwards. Okay.
Okay. What should we do, guys? No, don't worry. I'm the leader here. I got it.
All in one breath.
George. Damn it. What does George do?
Waves his gorilla arms.
So we can't see them because they're like around the.
You can see them now. They're just what did I say? 60 feet away.
To
Flying
the south. On the back.
Yeah, you guys are walking up a cliff edge, and they are coming at you from over.
But what I mean is, I'm trying to make sure the cliff edge going up is to the north of us, and to the south of us is downward slope, right?
Yes.
And they're to the south,
Yes.
down here somewhere.
Yeah. They're about elevation-wise, they're about even with you all.
Okay.
Could you rank the tastiness of our party?
That's
I
a
mean,
subjective question.
you're all quite a diverse cast of food too.
Yeah.
You've got Triton,
George.
Dwarf, Tabaxi, Turtle.
George turns his butt
No
towards
offense,
them.
Gillian, but I think fish tastes the best out of all the options here.
Want some
You ever eaten catnip? I have. It's terrible.
George turns his butt towards them, wags his little tail, slaps his butt, and says, "Come get me, fiends, and he takes off 5, 10, 15.
He casts taunt. George, roll a
And-
performance check for me.
With my -1 charisma, sure.
Wow.
Hold on, I'm gonna use my inspiration for this. Son of a bitch. Alright.
You kind of slip a little bit and fear you're gonna fall off the edge. Kind of stop yourself, just wave your arms.
And then he pulls out his longbow and shoots the closest one.
21 will hit. Okay, you managed to get an arrow into a wing. They're still flying towards you angrily. You're armed!
Nope, just me. Just me.
Gillian.
I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud on the whole party,
Ooh.
There you go.
except for George, who ran away from safety.
Order's gone.
No.
George is gone. Oops, that's the wrong one. Do I have a fog cloud picture?
And then as a bonus action, I'll cast Jump on myself.
You can probably just leap up the mountain at this point.
Yeah. Let's see, how big is fog cloud? 20-foot radius sphere. So that's 5.
Yeah, so it should just...
Or no, radius is half, right? So that's a
Cover
5-foot
all.
radius. 15, 10. I think that's...
So it's- Radius is, yeah,
So
the
it's 40
diameter
foot-
is
40
all the way
foot
across. It's going to be
diameter.
40 feet all the way across.
Which is about
this big.
how long we are standing in a line.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Nope, one more. Jesus. There we are. Yeah, you can envelop yourselves in fog cloud.
So can we see out of the fog cloud at all?
You all just disappeared from each other.
Yep.
We can see
Basically-
out of the fog cloud, right?
No, it is magical
Oh.
darkness.
I thought they just couldn't see in the...
Basically, you guys are blind on the edge of a cliff.
Yep.
Ow!
Probably don't move.
I'm assuming we all have the presence of mind to go towards the the high end of the cliff, the north side of the trail. But
Well, also the question is it windy up here? Because, I mean, we're going up a mountain.
Probably a little windy.
Because if it's at least 10 miles an hour, it's going to disperse the fog cloud.
At the moment, the fog cloud will stay here, but that is a good point. It does feel like the wind is whipping about at times. So you probably imagine the fog cloud would not remain in this spot. Kaless, you, all around you, this magical fog settles in.
Okay. So... Damn it.
I mean, you can step out of the fog cloud and
Well, I'm stuck
take a
behind
shot.
there, and
Just don't step off the cliff.
Yeah, you can still move around each other. There's going to be that
Yeah,
rule
like-
about moving past people, which is just double movement.
and
And then fog cloud in general gives you difficult terrain as well. I believe is what we ruled.
I'm pretty sure we're all holding hands.
Probably
right.
all holding hands as well.
it's the only way.
so here's a question. So could I stealth while in the fog cloud and then pop out and shoot them with a bow and get my sneak attack with advantage? Because they don't know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, depending on what your stealth roll is, which is probably going to be good.
Sweet. Oops, too far.
It's true. If there's anywhere you could stealth, it's in a fog cloud.
Not great. I am in a fog cloud, though.
No, not with the 11. That's not gonna work.
Can I use my inspiration to reroll my stealth check then?
You can use inspiration, reroll whatever you want.
Oh, I really feel
Did
like I
you
should
roll?
hold
You
on to
rolled a
that.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll my stealth check.
Okay. That's better.
That's better.
Yep.
So, if I shoot them from just stepping outside of the fog cloud, will they be surprised by that? Because they won't know I'm coming?
There's no surprise around here. No, you all are still engaged. I mean, you disappeared in the fog cloud. They don't know where you are, but you can
So
surmise. They know you're
be
in there.
surprised then, yeah.
No, they're not surprised. You would get your stealth attack off though.
Damn it. I wanted the surprise attack. Then it would have been a freaking crit. Okay, I guess regular. So I get advantage. I gotta hit the advantage button.
Do you want to try to have the peace of mind to hit the same one George hit, or just try and just fire off at whatever one you can hit?
Whichever one's the closest.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's the same one George hit.
Yeah.
Which he didn't do much damage to it, right? Yeah, no.
Although you don't know how much, you never fought these things before. In fact, I can give you a handout.
Oh yeah.
And how many do we see again?
You see 5 of them. They look like large. Literally, if you took a pteranodon and formed it into a vaguely humanoid shape.
So the X-Men villain Sauron.
Yep, that is correct.
All right, so
You see
I'll go
a pack
for
of Saurons.
I'll go for a different one than what George hit. I'll just go for the next one over.
That was a recent Jeopardy question.
Really?
Yes.
Sauron was it? Okay.
Wow.
Well, a 17 hit them.
Yes. Yeah, shooting a different one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I said I was doing the next one over.
Okay.
For 17.
Ellie.
Nice.
It was the same name of X-Men character or X-Men villain and Lord of the Rings character.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I will use the rest of my movement to step back into the fog cloud.
Okay. Theron.
Spider form. Spider form.
Spider form.
He's got blind sight
Oh.
Really?
for 10 feet,
That's
Well,
pretty short range.
That's
but-
pretty short range.
but I'm on the edge.
Yep.
Oops, never heal injured. Why is your spider injured?
Which is probably terrifying for us in the fog cloud.
Yep.
Suddenly, there's a giant spider in here. with
Giant
us.
spider right there.
We can't see it, but we can hear it and probably
I
feel
can
it.
see you.
Yep, all of a sudden this giant spider just erupts right next to you.
So they're up the cliff?
They're still off in the distance, away from you guys. They're coming at you.
When they come in range of 30 feet, I'm going to cast a web.
Okay. Ready that web. Get that butt into position.
That's right.
So
Just
ready.
like Spider-Man.
Alright, it is actually the pterafolk's turn next. They will fly over to you all. And what is the range on your web?
It's 30/60. So
Okay.
I'm going to cast it when they're in within 30 feet.
Okay. As soon as one gets into range, you launch your web at them, which 23 will hit. And it is
Goes tumbling down
restrained.
the mountain.
Yep. You shoot that web at it and just wraps around its wings. And it basically just goes, starts falling down. Can make as an action, the restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check, bursting out, moving on a success. All right, so on its, that was your ready action. So on its turn, it will make the strength check to try to bust out of it.
Impossible.
Although it still fell a little bit of distance away. I do not want, does not have advantage there.
See?
Damn it, I did not turn his rolls off. Alright. It busts out, but we'll basically say that took up its action this round. The other 4, 3 of them will launch javelins as they swoop in. Fairly close. None of them can target anyone in the fog cloud, however.
So, do you still have your house rules for fog cloud? Because it gets real
No,
dicey.
I think I actually got rid of all that. I just said there's no targeting in or out of the fog cloud, and then if you're both in the fog cloud, it's disadvantage.
Right.
It is just total cover. So they will throw their javelins. We'll do one at George. Actually, they can make 2. They can throw 2 javelins apiece. Do 2 at George. Is a miss. Is a miss. We'll do one of them will aim at the spider. 14, I assume hits a spider.
Yes.
11 damage. And 9 does not. And the last one will, or the third one will fire its javelins at George. Ineffectively. So ineffectively.
Javelin just hit the side of the mountain.
Man. The third one, or the sorry, the fourth one, will swoop.
Are they within 30 feet of us?
Yes. They spent their flight, their entire movement flying into, yeah, because that triggered Theron's attack. They still, the 3 that were shooting javelins, they stay about like 20 feet in the air away from you guys as they're firing these javelins. So I'll put them on the map, but they're not. This is a tough. This is a weird 3-dimensional battlefield to create, but they're currently up in the air, kind of over the cliff face. They're trying to take advantage of their flight. The fourth one over will zoom into the fog cloud, and try to see, and try to get find somebody. Food. Let's have some fun. Everybody in the fog cloud, roll me a 1d20, please.
Oh no.
Let's just see who he barrels into.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but
I think that's good. That should be good. Guys are rolled pretty good. This is for River. This is for Flask. And this is for Annette. Alright, the Pterafolk. Yeah, the Pterafolk manages to blindly, just as it's going into the fog cloud, barrels into Flask, the older brother Tabaxi. Oops, let me put this thing back. There we go, now I can see you guys. And it will attack swiftly with claws and effectively, and it is going to try to grapple the tabaxi. He's gonna try to grab it.
Does he have disadvantage for being in the fog cloud?
Yes.
That's what you were just saying.
Yes, he does. He should have had disadvantage on that attack too. Which is a strength check, so he'll have disadvantage on this. So it's an 11 versus. Actually, he's got an athletics +2. Let's do that. Although he also has disadvantage. Well, he rolled an 11, so he is going to be grappled. As the pterafolk misses with its claws, can't quite get the sight right with the fog cloud everywhere, but does manage to grab the tabaxi. He does not have any movement left, though. He just kind of grabs him right there, holds onto him, gets ready to sprint away. While the other, and then the fifth pterafolk, the one that was webbed, flies back up into the battlefield, but that was basically his action. The tabaxi are next, so one of them will try to extricate himself with a contested strength check. Sorry, he's got a +2 on that. Okay, he did real bad, though, so he's not going to get away. Yeah. River will use her action to try to get her brother off him as she kind of screams. Alright, and then the pterafolk, this is just a straight contested check, I think. Strength versus strength! Alright, the pterafolk gives a yelp as she manages to pull her brother free. Mannix!
No!
Yeah. Would I have to disengage to get away from him, or does the fog cloud allow me to just separate without being attacked?
He was still going to attack for opportunity, but he would have disadvantage on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to step away into the fog, out the edge of the fog cloud.
Okay. Tries to snap and bite you as you do that.
Okay.
One more for disadvantage.
Shit, that does hit.
Really?
That was
Oh,
a bad
man.
idea. Yep.
He bites you for 9 with his long beak.
Alright. Manic steps out of the fog cloud, and, well, actually, as he's exiting the fog cloud, he's going to try to stealth.
The pterafolk is in the fog cloud. That one is.
That one is, yeah, so I know
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to see him.
Okay.
Alright, no stealth for me.
You curse loudly as your toe hits a rock.
Yep. I'm going to step out of the fog cloud. What do I see as far as pterafolk?
You see 3 of them hovering a little bit above you, about 20 feet away from the cliff wall. They just threw a bunch of javelins at George and the Theron Spider. And then you see another one who's probably coming up kind of a little bit below them, close to where you are, the one that had been webbed.
Alright, I'll take a shot at the web one.
Okay, he is no longer webbed, I should say.
Yeah. Or the one that was webbed, you're right.
Yeah. I'll put him on the map.
21!
That
Actually,
will hit.
don't. Oh, it's a bonus action. Yeah, actually, I don't get my sneak attack on this. So it's just 6.
Okay.
Damage, and I step back into the fog cloud. We can't see, fuckers.
Sweet fog cloud.
Save me, fog cloud.
Yep. And that is just like, oh, I can't see anything. I'm terrified. Help me, Gillian. She like just grabs onto you and like gets behind you protectively. We go up to George.
Did you say one of these guys within 30 feet of me?
I would say that they are all pretty much within 30 feet of you. They were all hurling their javelins at you.
I'm gonna pick up one of the javelins and then throw it back.
I
I already checked. I'm proficient in simple weapons.
You're proficient with simple weapons. Tell you what, roll a 1d20. If you roll a 10 or above, you find a intact javelin to throw. They did hurl a number of javelins. You do not find one that's in good enough shape.
Fine.
It's a noble effort.
Shoot him again with my longbow.
23 will hit.
It's not as.
It's always in these
poetic,
20
but it's-
pluses. Yeah. You want to shoot the same one? There's one that's more wounded. That looks it's more bleeding a bit more.
Let's do the same one.
Okay. Catch it in the other wing this time. Gillian.
Okay, so I can't target the one that's in the fog cloud with us.
You can, it's just disadvantage. Because it's really hard to see in the fog cloud. And then you can't see anything outside of the cloud right now.
Okay.
And right now, none of the ones outside the fog cloud can see any of you either.
Right. So I'll try my 2-hit action against the guy in the fog cloud with my rapier and my crossbow. Oh wait, sorry, disadvantage.
It's alright.
Roll
6 is
again.
probably gonna be.
6 probably not gonna hit, yeah.
Alright. I'll try my crossbow then.
$14 will hit. Even with the heavy fog. Whisk it away.
In
fact,
20's being.
We're gonna have this thing go
Yeah.
1 square lower as the fog cloud starts to dissipate. Okay, 3 damage. No.
It's my roll 20 is being real low, slow. But yeah, I think it was 3.
Okay, I was like,
I think
tell
it
me
was
you didn't take a level of rogue also, and you don't have sneak attack as
No.
well. I can't.
Everyone.
I cannot handle all these sneak attacks.
The second attempted click was an 8, so yeah, it was just 3.
Okay. Kaless.
That's me. Okay. So, guess I will just meander my way here. So, is there more ledge like here?
You can get on this square, yeah.
I was hoping more for a flanking type bonus.
No, you'd be hovering over midair.
Bird is right on the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll stay where I'm at then. Just reading about my sneak attack here.
Help me sneak attack.
Because I was trying to negate the disadvantage. So,
Oh, right. I'm getting advantage somehow.
yeah. So if I could get an advantage, it would negate the disadvantage, which would be a normal attack, but... Alright, we'll give it a try. Take my sneak attack off, hang on. How about 13?
13 will hit.
Yay!
Pterafolk don't wear much armor.
12.
Wow.
And then I'll just go ahead and use my offhand. Because why not?
Okay.
Oh,
What a 20.
Wow. These are some
Alright.
great disadvantage rolls.
These are some great disadvantage rolls.
For 1!
1 damage. That's a fancy attack. You just kind of prick it.
Yep.
I go, tink!
Yep. Theron.
So all all the pterafolk down at the bottom, or they're more somewhere else?
They are still flying off over the void of the cliff,
Okay.
but they're about 30 feet away from you.
Don't really want to leap off the cliff.
You do get to
thinking about-
you get to recharge your web, right?
Yeah.
Or get a chance to recharge it.
Nope. I'm gonna bite this pterafolk.
Spider comes
Bite
through the
it.
fog cloud. You have disadvantage, but 9 is not going to hit anyway.
Why do I have disadvantage?
You moved into the fog cloud?
I have blind sight.
Ah, gotcha. You do not have disadvantage, but 9 does not hit.
That is very sad.
You sense that pterafolk very close, but it is actually able to dodge almost accidentally out of the way. Does Spider not have multi-attack?
Nope. It's got bite and web.
Oh, okay.
The bite does a lot of damage if it hits.
Alright. The fog cloud continues to dissipate as the winds are rushing around. Some of you are barely still
No, I need
encased
your
in the fog.
fog.
Yeah.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me, precious fog.
I need you to hide me from the pterafolk.
Yeah. Speaking of pterafolk, these are gonna leap down at George. George, one of them will land right next to you and slash at you with claws.
Is he the one I shot?
Yes.
Damn. Can't make friends.
He is fucking tearing you up too. 7 damage and 6 damage, and he's gonna move in for a bite. This one does not like being shot at. No, bite's gonna miss.
Yeah.
And then the one that looks quite bloodied, I believe got shot by Kaless or somebody.
I shot one earlier
Yeah.
with 17 damage to it.
Also, George, he dove straight towards you, 30 feet toward a target, and hit you with a melee weapon attack. You weren't actually frightened from its terror dive.
I can't even save.
It is not a save, no. Let me make sure, because Roll20 has screwed that up before. Let me make sure it's not a save. Nope, it is not a save. Pterafolk is flying and dives at least 30 feet straight toward a target and hits that target with a melee weapon attack. The target is frightened until the end of its next turn.
Who has to hit me first?
Yes, and it did 7 damage and then 6 damage.
Wait, the bottom one or the right one?
The one who just
I see
attacked you.
two. Yeah, which one was that one again?
This one.
Oh, technically he didn't hit me with a melee weapon, did he?
His claws?
I don't know about that.
Literally all monsters, their things are melee weapons.
Alright, that's fine.
What does Frighten do again?
You can't move
Can't
closer
move towards
to the... And I believe you have disadvantage while you can see the target. I think it's what.
Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight. Alright, that'll come in handy because the other one is going to swoop down and try to grab you. Which is a contested athletics check. Ah, it rolls a 10. So George, you
beat
have...
that druid?
Yeah, you have disadvantage. It's athletics. Jesus Christ!
Yep.
Good try, good try.
Yep.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Now here's a question. Can I grapple more than once if I have multi-attack?
is grapple an attack, or is it just
It just says that you can replace one of your attacks as a grapple. Grapple
Well, you'd
can't
only
see.
be able
Like
to
that?
replace one attack.
Yeah, does it read 1?
And I'm reading a Mike Merle's thing. Multi-attack usually specifies which attacks the creature must use. Grapple can't be one of them unless listed. That doesn't answer the question.
But the way you read it said it replaces a attack.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna assume he
get
only gets
two.
one.
Yeah, so you'd only get one.
Only one, yeah. Which means he still has multi-attack, so he'll just claw you, I guess. Actually, he has 3 attack. Yeah, he's got claw and bite, so he can claw. That took up one of them, which misses, and then bite. He's frustrated that he didn't be able to grab you and just fucking fails miserably. Let's see. This one will dive straight toward Mannix.
Not me. I'm in the fog cloud.
No
where I
longer in the
was.
fog cloud. Jesus.
6. It's
Dice, you're not being kind to me.
14 hits. 6.
6 damage, and you are frightened as well.
Okay.
So let's use his third multi-attack, try to grapple Mannix. Ooh. I like where this is
What do I
going.
need to roll?
You need to roll an athletics check, and you have disadvantage because you are frightened. As it swoops in, screaming at you. Food!
Okay.
Oh,
That's
dear.
probably not gonna do it.
Alright, he grabs you.
If I use advantage on a disadvantaged roll, do I just get to roll a third dice? Or not advantage, inspiration.
If you use inspiration, you can roll one more neutral roll.
But do you still take the lowest of the 3? I don't know. I don't exactly know how that works with.
No. You,
Okay,
you
so
take
either
you get
8 or the new one.
inspiration gives you another just base roll.
My odds of rolling a 17 are real bad, though. And I think I have to roll an 18, don't I? To actually beat it. 'Cause he's attacking me.
Yeah.
You already did it once.
I did do it once, you're right. But no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it to maybe save my life in a second. Because I'm in bad shape.
All right. He did 30 feet to fly down towards you. He slashes you a bit. And then grabs you in his arms and flies off the cliff face.
He still has more movement?
Yes.
Save me, friends!
You give up a little whimper. Yeah. Gillian, you can actually get an attack of opportunity off if you want, because it had to swoop down in melee range and then fly off.
Save me, Gillian. Stab him in the head.
I stab him in the head.
19 well hit.
Good suggestion, Mannix.
Take that into consideration. Alright, you prick it a little bit as it grabs a crying Mannix and flies away. And flies just springs out.
Every time I think about the oil of slipperiness, I should have done it earlier.
Yep. And it flies just straight out about 15 feet. So, Mannix, you look down, you are hovering over about, I don't know, 1,200 feet from the jungle floor.
Okay. Great.
And the other one will fly at Gillian and essentially try the same sequence. Do a claw as it flies, barreling towards you. 13.
Oh.
Yes, finally. It's not a session unless I hit Gillian. Goes in for the bite. Oh, misses terribly. But now you are frightened because it did hit you as it swooped in. And it will attempt to grapple you. Oh no! With a 4. All right, roll an athletics check, and you have disadvantage, but you just need to roll higher than a 4.
Yep.
Well done. All right.
George's roll. Fuck off.
Yep.
Man.
You rebuff its advances. And I think I still have the pterafolk inside the thing. So it will attack the spider and have disadvantage. As it does so, just do advantage toggle against the spider. 9's not gonna hit. 12. What is the spider's AC? 14. Wow. Okay. Pretty nice.
14.
Yep. Nope. All right. That disadvantage stymied pterafolk. It can't quite get a beat on you. Tabaxi will try to attack it, although they also have disadvantage. God, I'm having to turn on the toggle on everybody now. Advantage toggle. 11 won't hit. 8 won't hit. Alright, Manix.
That was the Pterafolk's turn, right?
Huh?
Oh, it's my turn.
It
now.
is your turn. Yeah. It's your turn. I'm just trying to explain what the situation is. You are.
I'm gonna die.
You are currently grappled.
Okay.
Let's see. Does that mean you have the restrain condition, or what does that mean? No, I think your grappled is a condition, isn't it? Your speed is 0.
Yeah. The speed is 0.
Because he can't move.
Just can't move.
Yep, your speed is 0. You are in the grips of a flying pteranodon humanoid who's currently about 15 feet away from the edge of the cliff path and hovering over just bare sky.
Okay. But I'm being held by him.
And
so,
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In his claw.
Yes, he is holding on to you.
Does it look like... Shit, I don't know. I could either... I've got a grappling hook and a rope. I could either try to just tie myself to this pterodactyl man in an attempt to not die, or I could attempt to grappling hook the rock itself, but then I have to pull myself free. So
As the pterafolk sprung away from you, he kind of says, "Yes, food!"
George yells, or option C, let it lead us to its base.
Feed the young!
Kill the babies.
Kill the babies.
George!
That's what George yells as I'm flying away.
Good job, Maddox! Lead us right to that nest!
Oh no, I don't know what to do. I am... So he's flying away right now. He's like leaving the battlefield as far as I can tell.
Correct.
Okay. Fuck. I would like to attempt to pull my rope out and tie it to myself. And I'm with my grappling hook it onto this pterodactyl man.
Okay.
In an effort to where he cannot drop me when he dies, or what?
When he dies.
Whatever happens.
Are you trying to tie the rope in, or are you trying to, like, impale him with the grappling? Like,
Just hook it on him. Just not necessarily impale him, but, like, just hook him like I would hook anything else with a grappling hook.
Okay. Which involve that involves, like, wrapping it around him, doesn't it? And then cinching it
Maybe,
somehow?
yeah.
Okay.
Or just putting it over his neck, or just placing it on him, basically.
Into his flesh.
Okay. I'll just let you do that without any skill checks. You can spend your entire action just gingerly, like, trying to hook yourself up to the
Myself,
pterodactyl.
the
Yeah.
bird, yeah.
It's still concentrated on and carrying you and flying, and just kind of seems to kind of shimmy a little bit, but otherwise can't really do anything about your machinations. And it seems like when you first start to do that, it almost tenses for a little bit, and you fear for a second it's going to drop you, but then it seems to just clutch you tighter, and then you're able to just hook onto it.
Okay.
It seems like it is not actually interested in dropping you.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to insightful fight this Birdman. This pterodon. Okay. So I make an insight check against his, what was it? Deception.
Okay. Sneak attack against the target if you don't have the advantage next roll. Ah.
Beat that, pterodactyl.
I don't think it's going to. Oh, well, whatever.
12. All right. So I get to use my sneak attack on him whenever I attack him in the future. And as a free action, I'm going to tweak.
I was going to say, technically you should have disadvantage on that insight roll because you were frightened up until the end of this this next turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll roll it again.
But all right, you still beat it.
Yeah, I'm the attacker. Yeah. And then so that was my action, and bonus action is a free action. I'm gonna drink a potion.
Okay. Very carefully, like without dropping any potions.
Yeah. In midair. I don't have many points left. 2d4 plus 2. Is that what a regular potion is?
Yeah. Sounds right, yeah.
Alright. 6 hit points back.
Okay.
And I yell again at the clip, save me, someone.
Yeah. And that cries out, like, I think one of them took medics.
This pterodactyl's gonna take me back to his lair.
Yeah, what else is new?
He's promised me candy and a supporting role in his next film.
Oh, no.
Wow, Bunzel. Wow.
That's actually a little too real, isn't it? There's like a lot of that shit going on.
Yeah. Little too far there, dear.
Yeah. She is going to cast Sanctuary on you, Mannix.
Oh.
She wards a creature within range against attack. So anybody that tries to attack you must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they have to choose a new target.
Okay. That might come in handy.
For a minute, yeah. I don't know how you want to choose an icon. There you go. All right, the fog cloud at this point finally disperses. The wind is like rushing away and just blows it a little bit off and down to where it's ineffectively not near you guys anymore. As we go up to George, surrounded by large pterafolk.
So the bottom one is frightened, or I'm frightened of the bottom one.
You have the frightened condition, which means until the end of your turn. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Okay, I'm going to turn 90 degrees counterclockwise so I can't see him, and attack the one right here.
It's still within line of sight.
I'll turn a little bit more.
You've not blocked line of sight.
What's that?
Line of sight just means he's...
There's like no walls between you, yeah.
Not necessarily that you're looking at him.
But I can't see him.
He can see you. How about that?
Yeah, but I'm the one frightened of him.
That's true.
Alright, fine. Which one's more injured?
The top one is more injured.
I'll go for him.
They're both heavily injured, I'll say that. 14 will hit. With disadvantage, you still strike true. He looks even heavier injured.
Other hand.
One stings. God, 14 hits again. George fights through his frightened condition.
That would have been a crit right there.
Wow.
I know. I overcome my fears.
Yep. George, how would you like to kill that pterafolk despite your fear?
I am not afraid.
Yeah.
Finally, one of them goes down. I feel like we've been just like tapping these guys the whole fight.
Yeah, the ones near George have been heavily injured quite a bit.
He turns back towards this one. Damn.
Finally,
wait,
the luck runs
wait.
Oh, yeah, you haven't used your dice all session, have you?
I need a really high roll, but it's worth a shot. Oh, damn. A 10.
10, not quite. That would hit a zombie.
Mm.
Actually, an 8 would hit a zombie.
Run away before I do the same thing to you. I'm not afraid of you.
Food can fight back. Who make us strong.
I can say the same thing about you.
G-
He licks his lips.
Gillian.
You.
Yep. Lord.
He
Okay.
takes a piece of the pterafolk and
Oh no.
And so I'm frightened of this bird that's closest to me.
You have the
This
frightened
one?
condition, yeah. So right now to the end of your turn, you have disadvantage on basically anything you want to do. That involves attack roll or ability check.
Okay. And how high is this ledge? Can I jump up this ledge to go save Manix? 'Cause that's what I want to do.
You can jump. You could probably jump up the ledge. Mannix is. The bird flew away from the cliff. He's about 15 feet just straight away from the cliff face.
I'm gonna jump up the ledge anyway.
Okay.
So I guess my guy needs him. Oh, there we go. All right, done. Excellent. Oh, now I can't see anything.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. It's the way Roll20 works. I can't. You would be able to see everything from there. Let me. I don't know.
Well, okay. So how far is the Mannix bird from me now?
The Mannix bird is 15 feet straight away from the cliff. You've jumped.
Okay.
You've ascended more, so you're above it now, but it's still away from you. I don't know how to measure
Okay.
triangle distance.
So a squared plus b
Pythagorean
squared
theorem.
equals c squared.
Something like that. Yeah.
Pythagorean theorem.
You're probably slightly closer.
Okay. I'll just try to hit it with my my crossbow.
Okay.
Shoot that bird.
Wow.
There you go. Maddox gives you a thumbs up from the clutches of the bird.
Yep.
You're doing God's work. Saving me.
Now, if this pterafolk were to die, Mannix.
I am tied to him, so I intend to ride him like a fucking paraglider down. If he dies.
That's amazing,
That is-
actually.
that is my intention, is to ride him like a kite.
Just don't tear his wings up.
I just don't think that's how physics works.
Don't tell Mannix that. He has to believe in something. He has to hold on. Kaless.
Yes, that's me. All right. Well. All right. So this one's landed over here.
That one did land, yes. It's
Okay.
right on the edge of the cliff. It was the one that tried to grab Gillian. And the one next to you is still in melee range of you guys, so the two bottom ones. And the one near,
Yeah.
the only one in the air right now is the one that grabbed Mannix and flew off. The rest of them have landed.
All right. So I'll just attack the guy that's next to me. Without my sneak attack. Right? Or do I get my sneak attack? Shit. You'd think I would know this by this point, but sadly, I do not.
I think if they're engaged, you do, right?
Yeah, I think it's because they're within 5 feet of an ally
Yeah.
of mine. Alright, so I do get my sneak attack then.
Yep, another enemy of the target is within 5 feet.
Yeah. It doesn't give me the advantage, but it gives me the sneak attack.
Correct.
How about a 22?
22 hits. You guys are rolling just 20 plus on everything.
For 14.
Wow. You nearly skewer that pterafolk. It lets off a blood-curdling cry. Ah!
How about a 15 for my little paper cutter?
15 will hit.
Go, paper cutter.
3, you nearly disembowel it. Ah! It grabs its sides, steps back for a second, nearly teeters off the cliff.
Can I, like, give like a free action kick and make it fall off the cliff?
Not quite. That would be a melee weapon attack. That would be... What game lets you just, like, kick people off of stuff?
I am Sparta.
Yeah, Dead Cells had that, right? Just the kick.
Yeah.
That was a good move.
I really want to do that to, like, one of these birds. I am D&D! And kick it.
I am D&D. Farron Spider.
Roll for web.
Yeah. Web for you.
Manix is gone forever.
So long.
I'm gonna try to bite this guy.
You know what? Your
Yikes.
spider just really does not want to just bite into that pterafolk.
Yeah.
I really should have been a bear.
That's pretty much your motto every situation. Sits down
Sure,
for
it
dinner.
tells him-
I really should have been a bear.
Files his taxes.
I really should have been a bear. Bear would handle this.
The bear.
Alright, the pterafolk, the one carrying Manix, flies off.
Drops him off gently.
Flies well out of sight.
Bye, Manix!
In what direction does he fly well out of sight?
It seems to kind of adhere as if he's going towards another side of the cliff. But it kind of turns a corner from you all, uses action to dash, and it just goes 100 feet out.
Bye!
And at this point, Manix, you're still just in its grip, so it's just grabbing onto you. It doesn't make any attacks, just grabs. You will be good food for the young.
Just gonna keep stabbing you until you drop me.
Kill me, and we both die.
I'm gonna. Someone said something about physics, but I don't care about that. I'm gonna swing up to you.
You're scheduled to die no matter what at this point.
This pterafolk will run up to Annette
Oh shit, I forgot she was here.
and claw her. Ah! And will also attempt to do the grab and depart move. 14, Annette, how is your athletics? Oh, she withstands. She gets hit badly. In fact, I forgot to bite with him. That was just one of his attacks. Jesus. Wow. All right. Annette gives off a scream and a cry, and you nearly see her crumple over. Instead, she just kind of doubles over in pain as this bite like nearly skewers her completely through.
Boy.
He says, "Stupid food, no good dead like live food." Pterafolk down here will attack Kaless. Actually,
Bring it.
yeah, he'll claw at Kaless, I guess. 14?
Nope.
And good AC. It will.
I laugh at its face.
Oh, claw the spider. 14 will hit a spider. 4 damage. And then it's gonna try. Actually, can it grapple? I think it can grapple the same size. He gets up to one
It
size.
should say on the description of the ability. Generally, it says medium or smaller, or large or smaller.
Yeah. Special melee attack. One must be no more than one size larger. Okay. So it will grapple the spider and says, "Oh, good big food, juicy."
Oh.
How's your athletics, Theron Spider? It grabs you, and it begins to fly off. However, it's going to trigger a lot of attacks of opportunity in trying to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kaless and the Tabaxi all get a attack of opportunity as it grabs the spider and prepares to sprint off. It is like blood just pouring down out of it, by the way. Ha! Kaless, however, sees Theron Spider get picked up, and how do you kill this pterafolk?
Oh, I swipe its head clean off. It's too busy staring at the spider to see me coming.
Yeah.
I was just like a chicken with its head cut off, but with wings and a spider hanging out from underneath
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
What a terrifying mental image.
it kind of
Yes.
it drops Theron, but since Theron's a spider and he's got climbing speed, I'm gonna make him roll any kind of save. He can just kind of grab on. But that was a terrifying moment for Theron. And then the other one will attack George. The claw. I cannot hit George to save my life with these things. Jesus. And then we'll attempt to pick up George. Grapple him. George, give me an athletics check, please. You are no longer frightened.
George,
Just FYI, you took me off the initiative order.
because you're gone.
I still see you on mine. You
I'm
are...
gonna have to trust you to tell me when my turn is, because
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were a 3. You're after Tabaxi.
George,
Wait,
suddenly
you skipped me
shifts-
then.
What's
No,
the
we
The
just went back to the top.
Pterafolk flew off with me, and then I haven't gone since.
It's still the pterafolk turn.
No, before. You never let him attack the pterafolk that took off with him.
He did his turn was to grapple it. And now I'm still on the next pterafolk turn.
But I should have gone after the Pterafolk.
I'm not
Right.
done with the pterafolk yet.
No, you did
Oh, I
miss
think-
one of his turns because you said the pterafolk took off 100 feet in the air. He grappled it.
That happened. We're on that same round. That happened in the same.
Oh, I thought you said it was George's turn. That's why I said that.
no!
is it not George's
George, it's
turn?
George's turn to roll an athletics check. Jesus Christ! We. This is the very last thing the pterafolk can do. I'm on the third one. It's the fourth one, but you killed
George
one
is
of them.
not. George is not sure why
The
he's
last-
gonna do this,
Go ahead.
but he lets the pterafolk grapple him.
Okay. Okay.
With me, John.
That's not a bad idea. You can follow. Yeah. All right. You the pterafolk picks you up, grabs you, and springs off, flies off the cliff face.
George lets out a cry. Oh no!
I know.
I've been grappled. Oh no! Don't feed me.
And seems
Pointing at the
to
party as he flies away.
fly in the same general direction as the other one. Just kind of flies off into the air and then kind of around a corner. Now it is the Tabaxi's turn. And they will just run up with swords and attempt to attack the one that was trying to get a net. Shit, they don't have disadvantage anymore. God damn it, that was a crit too.
Calculate yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I did roll a crit. Alright. 13.
Weird.
One says, No! Protect the nice lady! Those stupid, worthless tabaxi. And 13 will hit. And the tabaxi kill that pterafolk. Just chop it up. The two of them rush forward, knock Annette back safely. As that pterafolk is slain. So...
Well, it's about time they did something.
I think this is an exciting, fun.
Every time they do something, it's about time you earned your keep.
Yep.
The next time you earn your keep.
Now, Mannix, it is your turn, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the session here. I'm gonna take you out of combat order. If you want, you can continue to try to attack this bird as it is flying. It doesn't seem interested in attacking you anymore, however, and it's still, you are still hovering over, nothing. And then, and George, you're a ways behind, so everything happens to you also. And after a couple 100 feet, they kind of turn a corner and enter a cut opening, a kind of a cliff face ledge into a very high point on that plateau, and a couple another probably 100 feet up, higher than where you all were, just about almost on the other side of the plateau. And they fly in, and you see like a dozen pterafolk in there.
Oh no.
And multiple nests, and little young pterafolk in there. And they take you back and drop you into a rear nest. There's nothing back there in there, but you just see like piles of bones. Go ahead.
Does Mannix feel hopelessness and despair?
I mean, Mannix feels hopelessness and despair just pretty much constantly.
You can feel that as a free action.
Secondly, I would like to try to kill my pterafolk before he lands. Like, as we're flying, I start stabbing him and calculate the projectile where I would land.
When you see like where the landing spot is, try to finish him off.
Right. So that way I don't get thrown in the middle where Mannix is.
Okay. You see it heading towards like I said, a cliff, and which looks like a bunch of nests in there, and they look like there are about a dozen pterafolk in there. So you want to try to attack your pterafolk in a way that it crash lands into that?
No, off before he gets there.
In a way that it... Okay. It just...
So momentum is going to keep George going, but the pterafolk's going to just stop.
He'll die and not be able to drop me off in the middle.
Okay. And you're going to be hurtling through the air.
Right.
Okay.
Calculated precisely.
It's precisely to do what?
To land off to the side, away from behind the pterafolk.
So am I in maybe like I'm in a pit? Is that what you're trying to land on the side of the pit?
It's basically a cave just cut into the side of a plateau cliff. So there's a sheer cliff and there's a cave opening in there, maybe a little bit of a ledge, and then inside the cave is where they took you, Mannix, and they drop you into a nest in the rear.
Then let me kill the pterafolk as soon as we enter the cave mouth.
Okay, as soon as you enter the cave mouth, then I will have to begin combat for you. But for now, we're going to end this session with the splitting of the party. Some of you
being pterafolk.
Yep. Some of you being in the middle of a pterafolk nest. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching. Go to roguewatson.com for recaps. Patreon.com/roguewatson if you'd like to support the channel. We are live streaming our Dungeons and Dragons adventures every week, and we will see you next time. credits. Now it goes a little faster.
Oh yeah.